What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? We're ready for some basketball. Welcome to March. Hey! March Madness has officially begun. We have 2 play-in games today. We had 2 play-in games last night. The madness has officially begun. My bracket is filled. My bracket has changed a lot since the last time we checked in with each other. I just wanted to wish you all a happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, March 18th. It is 2:01 p.m. and you're listening to Take Back With Zac. This is TBWZ. This is widescreen radio. You're currently listening to the Power Hour. And this is where I'm going to have a sound effect. It's like, the Power Hour. We're not going to take calls for probably the first 10 to 15 minutes of the show. What up, Big Stack? Big Stick. First time, we're getting multiple calls right off the bat. We're going to take calls in about 10 minutes once I get through a couple of things, and then we'll hop on the phone line. So put a timer on your phone for 10 minutes. Say, hey, Surrey, what up? I'm going to call in 10 minutes. Yeah, Big Stick, what up, dude? Welcome to the show. Oreo is here. JD is here. Big Stick is here. Everybody is rocking and rolling, ready to start today's TBWZ. If your bracket hasn't changed in the past 24 hours, you're not actually doing March Madness correctly. So, Oreo the Cat, I'm completely with you. My brothers in Christ. If you have not filled out your TBWZ widescreen radio bracket, you have to do that. The winner gets $100. I urge you, send it to your group chat. Send it to your fantasy team. Send it to your soccer team. Send it to your crew. Send it to your school group chat. Say, yo, this dude's giving away $100. It's free to enter. That's crazy. That's me. I'm the crazy guy. Oh! So please, someone send it to all of your homies. If they don't listen to the show, that's fine. If it's your brother and your sister, your mom and your dad, who cares? It's only 1 entry per person. So if you want to sign up, have your dad sign up or something like that, and then you can fill out his bracket for him, maybe you get the $100. There's a cash prize to this whole thing, so we're going to rock and roll and get someone paid. I sent it to my friend. Yes, sir. One of the first 3 callers is going to say it. Maybe. Let's chop it up about basketball. Big Stick. We got that planned for today. We got a bunch of stuff on the wheel today. The wheel is absolutely full. We're going to be talking about a lot of basketball, obviously March Madness and stuff like that. Additionally, on the wheel, I want to talk about Team USA last night. We'll go over this wheel in just a second, actually. We'll go over this wheel in just a moment. Today is really about getting ready for March. And locking in on some NBA stuff. Because although March is here and it's college basketball time, I shan't not forget about the NBA. We have like less than a month left of NBA. Teams on average have about 14 games left in the regular season. And then we're here, baby. And then the playoffs start. I want to float something by you guys. For this show in general. As you know, I'm not one who just dictates and tells you what's happening here. I like to rely on the audience, on the fans, of the people who watch this show. You're the reason this show is even possible at all. Everyone in here matters. I want to go live after NBA games in the playoffs. I know for some of you East Coasters, it'd be pretty late, but I'm thinking of doing it from like 9 to 10 p.m. Pacific time, like an hour after every game. I go live, I open up all the phone calls, and I just say, yo, I'm here, tell me how you feel. And just, I'm here to let people talk about what they saw on the big screen that night. I'm going to try it, and if it goes well, we're going to continue it through the entirety of the playoffs. I'm going to give it the first full week. If I cannot function, that's bad. I'll probably just not do Sundays. Not going to lie, probably just going to take Sundays off. But that is a bit of bookkeeping. Additionally, the weekend of April 5th, I believe it's April 7th. That's that Friday. I'll be missing the show that Friday. I have a wedding in Temecula. Shout out to my buddy getting married. He's also, actually, it's Dr. Brett. If you guys know Dr. Brett's getting married on Friday, April 7th. Shout out to the doc. Yes, this show does have an actual doctor. This show has somebody who calls in. Big Stick, brother. XD is in here, my guy, XD. I told you 10 minutes, my brother, and it's been 10. Big Stick is right now. He's got his finger hovering right over the call button. He's ready to dial in. He's ready to talk. He wants to talk basketball. He wants to talk ball. This show, though, as always, starts the exact same way every single day without fail. Welcome to the Power Hour, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TBWZ. Today's show, like I said, as always, starts with the verse of the day. Today's verse of the day is from the book of Romans. The book of Romans. This is Romans 15, verse 13 is where I wanted to focus us in today. I pray that God, the source of hope, will fill you completely with joy and peace because you trust in him, not for any other reason. This a lot of the times I pull up verses that are about being chosen by God, right? You will be filled with joy and peace, something a lot of us are missing. A lot of us don't have joy. A lot of us have sadness and despair. A lot of us don't have peace. We have stress. You can be filled with joy and peace if you trust in the Lord. Then you will overflow with confident hope through the power of the Holy Spirit. Do you lack confidence, brother? Do you lack confidence? Do you lack hope? Do you lack joy? Do you lack peace? The answer is right here. Trust in the Lord Jesus. You'll be filled with the power of the Holy Spirit. Shout out to Christ. And of course, today's movie of the day. I got a need for speed, baby. Cars! We're watching Cars today from the acclamated directors, or the acclaimed directors of Toy Story, The Incredibles, and Finding Nemo comes a high-octane adventure comedy that shows life is about the journey, not the finish line. Hot shot rookie race car Lightning McQueen is living life on in the fast lane until he hits a detour on his way to his most important race of his life. Stranded in Radiator Springs, a forgotten town on the old Route 66, he meets Sally, Mater, Doc Hudson, and a variety of quirky characters who help him discover that there's more to life than trophies and fame. Reeved up with a sensational soundtrack featuring Rascal Flatts, Sheryl Crow, John Mayer, James Taylor, and others, plus exiting bonus features, including the exclusive short movie Mater and the Gaslight. Cars is full of freewheeling fun for everyone. Ryan273 with the follow. What up, Ryan? What's up, Quinn? How you doing, dog? What is up, Ryan? What is up, XD? JD, what up? Get out of here with the Jackson Storm thing. Get out of here with that. Dude, Cars makes me want to scream at the top of my lungs, life is a highway. Life is a highway. Ryan, we're going to be taking calls in about 2 minutes here. Let's do it at 2:15. At the quarter hour mark of the hour, we will be taking calls. My Venezuelan friend won't let me hear the end of it. Is she a woman? If so, give her my number. I will take that burden for you, brother. One of the best parts about the game last night was the fact that... What just happened? I want to write it all night long. Pause. Did we get another... Did we get another one? Basically, in the broadcast last night, they waited until like the 9th inning to start showing all the Venezuelan baddies in the crowd. Hey, show them the whole game. In my head, if I'm the director, first of all, the broadcast was so bad last night. The director, Fox, whoever was over there was I think they were hammered. I think they were hammered drunk. Graphics were going up and down at a crazy rate in which they should not have. There's a smoothness to a sports broadcast that must be obtained through whoever is presenting, and last night did not have it, dog. They were cutting to second base in the middle of pitches. They were not showing any of the Venezuelan baddies until the end of the game, which for me was just unforgivable. Venezuela has two good things about them: baseball, baddies, and you're obviously showing us the baseball, the pelota, but you're not giving us what we really want. It took them until the 9th inning to start showing the women clad in yellow and blue and red, looking divine, looking like creatures of the night. And here I am sitting here in a brewery surrounded by a bunch of drunk St. Patrick's people. Everyone was sunburned because it was 90 degrees and there was no room inside, so everyone was out on the patio smoking cigs and getting sunburned. It was horrible. I hate St. Patrick's Day. I hate bars. I hate breweries. I hate drunk people. I just hate everything about it. I don't like going to parties anymore because I don't like being around drunk people. I don't like being around drunk friends. You realize pretty quickly like how annoying drunk people are. And how much I'd lack respect for them in their state. Now, off state, Off state, yeah, 100%. I'm totally in on my friends who are drunk. That is totally cool. But ultimately, when I'm sober and over time I've been around drunk people, I lose all the respect I have for you, even if it was small, even if it was slight. But yeah, drunk people be annoying me. And there's this weird thing that's been happening to me too, and I don't want to talk about it very much, but there's this weird thing that's been happening, especially here where I live right now. People just be staring at Veenie. People be staring at Veenie, and I don't know what part of that, what that is all about, but it's happening and it's really annoying. Drunk people always are sunburned. It's so true. Quentin, Alabama and Louisville is going to be hard to choose the upset, but I'm going back and forth, bro. Quentin, that's a good segue into the wheel. We have an entire section called Upset Alert. What is Upset Alert, you ask? I watch Ryan Hammer videos all night, and I basically plagiarized everything that he said, and I put it into one concise take. So when the wheel lands on Upset Alert, we'll be doing Ryan Hammer's Upset Alerts. If you don't know who Ryan Hammer is, you don't know March. I worked at Arrowhead Stadium and made me realize how much I hate working with drunk people. Quentin, would love to talk to you, bro. You seem like an awesome conversation. You seem like a good dude. You seem like you got stories for days. Maybe we've talked to you before. Now that I think about it, maybe we have talked to you already. I think I remember someone working at a stadium. I don't know if it was Arrowhead, though. I don't know, XD. I wish I knew, but I'm like just walking anywhere and people are like cocking their head and staring at me. It's very, very, very strange. Not like the entire time, but like I'm just walking straight and then I like make eye contact with someone. They're already, you know, when like you make eye contact with someone and you could tell they were already looking at you. You know what I mean? Like I'm like this. Here we go. I'm like this. Just eyes forward. And then like I like look at someone and they're already looking at me. That's, you know, that person was staring at you. That's happening like constantly. I'm at the gym, it's happening. Last night I'm watching the ball game with my friends, it's happening. I hang out with my buddies on weekends, it's happening. I go to the grocery store, it's happening. It's very, very weird. It's very frustrating. I don't know what's going on in my life. We need to stop right now, though. Back to the wheel. Cali is weird. JD, you said it yourself. Team USA. I might lead the show with this, but Team USA just let us all down. It's, you know, it's one thing. Oh, no! Wait. How do I have viewers on YouTube already? Oh, I guess I'm live on YouTube. I guess I already did that. Team USA let us down. The bats were never there. The pitching was awesome. Just everyone. XD, everybody. Absolutely every person I see staring at me. Usually more the young people than the old people. Old people don't have any idea what's going on. It's more like the 20s and 30s that are staring at me, which is good, I guess. Women and men, lots of men. These guys have not taken many hacks yet. I'm not going to give them too many excuses, but typically in spring training and in the start of the season, the bats do tend to warm up a little bit slower than the arms. The arms were awesome in this World Baseball Classic for both teams. Both teams, the pitching was unbelievable. The Team USA pitchers were awesome. They were not the issue. The issue the entire tournament were the bats. I mean, Bryce Harper was an American hero. Bobby Witt hit like decent, I guess, throughout. Roman Anthony hit decent throughout. Bregman hit decent through. I mean, they just kind of all stunk. Aaron Judge, maybe the worst player in all of baseball. I don't know yet. Jalen Waddle has been traded. Jalen Waddle has been... Oh, should we do breaking news for that? In case you guys didn't know.
Breaking news.
Jalen Waddle has been traded to the Broncos for a first-round pick, a fourth-round pick swap, and a fifth-round pick this season. Crazy. Does it make the Broncos Super Bowl favorites or AFC favorites? In my opinion, they don't have a quarterback to throw to Jalen Waddle, so what does it matter if you have? Luka Doncic. Next topic on the wheel. OMG, Luka. Can't stop talking about Luka. He's averaging 35 points per game in March and 36.6 in his last 5 games with 2 triple-doubles in that span as well. The dude's the best player in basketball right now. He's unstoppable. He's also going through a messy divorce. So there's that. My Pat Bryant stocks are in shambles right now. Everyone's are. Everyone's is. I have Furman winning March Madness. XD does? Wow. XD has Furman winning March Madness, guys. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Shout out to XD. Shout out to you for filling out a bracket. We're also going to be talking about white boys. Come on now. It wouldn't be TBWZ if we were not talking about some bona fide white boys. Can you hear it from the top? Come on down from the nosebleeds now, brother, and get down on the field and get down to the white boy. This is a message to all the shotties out there. To all my fine shotties. All my infinity chase types. All my mixed women. All my Latino women. All my Japanese girls. Come on now. Come on, daddy. To all my mixed women out there. My light skins, my dark skins, my everything in between skins. Shout out to you. What you need on your shoulder this year, this summer especially, you need a white boy on your arm. Big time. You need a bona fide white boy. You need a pasty ass boy on your arm. You need a white boy who's going to treat you decent, half decent. They're not going to treat you bad. The worst they'll treat you is mediocrity. The worst a white boy will treat you is mediocre. And that's from experience. The new fashion piece this year, I'm not talking about a Birkin bag. I'm not talking about a tote bag. I'm not talking about that Trader Joe's tote. I'm not talking about the new next trendy thing to be hoisting around your shoulder. The new next trendy thing to be hoisting on your arm is a white boy wrapped around it. You need a boy who's going to get you that pina colada poolside. I'm for real right now. It was a thing a couple years ago for it to be like, this is a white boy summer. This is a white boy lifestyle. I want to find a legion of women out there for all my beautiful boys. Paprika. I'm specifically talking to Latina women, Japanese women, and mixed ladies. Black women. And women of color. WOCs. My walks. I'm specifically talking to you. Get a white boy this summer. We're also going to be talking about the Seattle Supersonics. Dude, guess what? That name, the Seattle Supersonics, because they've been talked about as an expansion team, and it's pretty much going to be happening. You know the Thunder own the name, the Seattle Supersonics. The Oklahoma City Thunder own that name. They own the logos. They own the colors. They own the rights to all of that. There's a chance that Oklahoma City does not give them the naming rights to the Sonics. Whoever's calling in will, once I finish all the stuff on the wheel, then we can chit-chat, maybe. Quentin has Chet Hanks said it's a white boy summer, 100p. Chet Hanks said it's a white boy summer. I'm telling you, it's a white boy life. It's a white boy life. We're hitting summertime hard. Giannis is gone. Giannis is officially gone. This just came in from Shams Charania. This is a video that we'll be watching on X. The remainder of these are also going to be topics on X. Max Crosby went on his podcast and had some things to say. The WNBA reached a new collective bargaining agreement. Shout out to women. Speaking of colored women. Speaking of walks. Speaking of women of color. This is you. AJ Brown. There were some words said about AJ Brown on X. And we're going to be following along with all of that. That is an action-packed day. We're going to be going live for the first hour of the show at the 55-minute mark. We'll be taking a 5-minute break at the top of the hour. I will be posting the Power Hour live on YouTube. What up, YouTube? This is you. If you guys missed the show, which is totally fine, it happens all the time, I'm going to be posting the first hour of the show live on YouTube every day. That's the thing that is on the forefront of my mind. It's a little bit of the silly, a little bit of the goofy, a little bit of the catch up with Veenie. That's where you really get your weenie points, is in the first hour of the show. So if you missed the first hour will be posted live on YouTube. In addition, I will also be posting a best moments of each show on YouTube, probably the day after each show drops, just because of the timing of everything. So look out for that. Share it with your homies, share it with your boys. Sign up for the bracket if you have not already. But ultimately, today is about basketball. We are now ready to begin today's show. Hey, hey. And this.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah.
I tried to hit the foie perfectly on the rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. There's another thing, guys. There's another thing I'm totally dealing with right now. I am burning up. I am burning alive. I'm 20 minutes into the show. I'm burning alive. It's 92 degrees right now in Southern California. Change. Figure it out. It went from, dude, we got no winter this year. Remember that one show when I was soaking wet? Unruly remembers. There was a day when I was soaking wet. Oh, sorry, that's horrible. Yeah, Big Stick, I think he wants to call the show. He's only tried calling me 17,000 times. He's probably 14 years old. Like, da, 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 da. He's probably, I just spilled all over my face. This cup was a bad decision. This cup was a very, very, very bad decision. How much did you make from this? Nothing, Ryan. I do this out of the passion. Out of the passion in my heart, although clips do be popping off on IG, so hopefully start making a bag soon. But right now, this show is just out of the kindness of my heart. In fact, I lose money on this show because I do things. I do things on this show to give away money. Like for March Madness, I'm giving away $100, giving away $100, almost as bad as Seattle here. I don't know what you mean, but Seattle will be getting a team. I just don't know if they're going to be the Seattle Supersonics, which would be quite a shame, in my opinion. If they're not going to go with the Supersonics, I mean, brother, you're missing out on some prime branding, because that is the team. I also have a list of team names that Seattle could go for if they do not go for the Supersonics, but ultimately, that has to be the team name. Seattle has no sun. That's why, dude. So, hey, listen. Sneak peek. One of the team names I do have for the Seattle team is the Clouds. I have the Seattle Clouds. I also have a new top 10 in the NBA. And yes, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, everything in between, I have put the Lakers all the way up at number 5. That deserves... Yeah, absolutely. The Lakers have been moved all the way to number 5. I have had the Lakers off this list. I have had the Lakers on this list. What up, A Jolly? I've had this Lakers team at 8. I've had them at 7. I've had them off the top 10 entirely. And now I have them at the biggest, at the top spot that they've been in all season. I have them all the way up at number 5. I still personally have the Spurs at number 1 in my top 10. Why? Victor Wembanyama. Because Big Vic. That is why. I have this top 10 up on TikTok, so I will be going in on some fools who say I'm wrong. I assume I'm going to get a bunch of Knicks fans in the chat being super, super rude to me because I do have the Knicks quite low at 7. I just don't believe in that team. I got the Spurs number 1. Bro, come on, the Thunder is playing better than the Spurs. They are playing awesome. They're 9-1 their last 10, but they're also playing... They're 7 games in a row. They're playing teams that are below 500. The Thunder are. These wins are not coming against like dank teams. So the stretch the Thunder on is impressive, but it's not against anyone good. Rate the college basketball teams and college football teams. What do you mean? Rate them on hotness, on places I would want to live. Because if we were just doing ranked on places I would want to live, and if we did a conglomerate of the actual sports and the skills and the I was about to say the goodness of the teams. Basically, the quality of the sports programs and the quality of the place itself. Like, I want to live there, I want to learn there, and I want to cheer for that team. Those would be the 3 criteria I hit. It's USC. Always going to be USC because Los Angeles is the best city in America. Number 2 is probably going to be Miami. Gotta root for Miami. Miami sports teams are awesome. The school is whatever, but Miami rocks. It's a great city. Baton Rouge would also not be bad, although I don't want to really live in Baton Rouge. You're just an hour and a half from New Orleans, and New Orleans is a great city as well. Penn State might be the worst place to live in the entire in the entire country. Happy Valley is more like Sad Valley. Boston. Shout out to Grady Cole jumping into the show. Grady, Boston, the best city in the world. Shout out. I'm 100% with you. I went to school in Boston. I would love to move back to Boston if that happens. If what happens, Zach? What might happen is I want to go to grad school potentially. I want to do a film studies doctorate. I want to be the biggest nerd in the world. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you guys. We just beat the Nuggets twice and the Celtics and the Knicks in the 9-game win streak. The Celtics, that was the game where Jaylen Brown got ejected in the first half, right? Or was it the game when Tatum and Derek White didn't play? Listen. JD, The Thunder are a great team. They're one notch below the Spurs. So that's why I have them there. We're getting a call right now. First call of the day. Shout out to you. I went to Boston University. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What is your name and where are you calling from? Oh, you're the guy. You said some nasty words on my show last time you were on. Yeah, you did. I'm gonna have to hang up, brother. Dude, that guy said he said a very bad word last time he was on the show. Last time he was on the show, he said a very bad word that started with an N. If you guys know what I'm talking about. So he just got absolutely blocked heavy. You just got blocked, fool. And he just called from a new number. So he borrowed his homie's phone, said, yo, can I use your phone to call the show? Because my phone got blocked last time I was on there. Why did you get blocked? Because at the end of my take, I said the N-word. And they're like, oh, you did? That's so funny. Bunch of retards. Here's someone who's not retarded at all. What up, Buffalo Bill? How you doing, bro?
I'm good.
Good, dude. You want to know, wait, Bill, the past couple of shows, you know, I've been putting breaks into the show and have me like, and they're old sections of TBWZ of me talking. Have you seen any of those?
No, not really. Why?
Well, so I've been putting in these 5-minute breaks, and what I do is I put in, oh gosh. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I totally accidentally hung up on Bill. We're calling Bill back. Wow. Bill, I totally hung up on you. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
So I do these breaks, Bill, where I take a 5-minute break, but instead of it just being a blank screen with a countdown clock, I put in an old fun segment from TBWZ. And today, for break number 2, it's our call from a month ago.
Oh yeah, that's sick. What call was it? What call was that one?
It was one where you asked me about Josh Allen nicknames.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
It was fun. But Bill, you're calling into the show, bro. You're live from Buffalo. You're obviously the big Sabres fan, big Bills guy, all things Buffalo. The March Madness tournament is taking its talents to Buffalo. Are you going to be going to any games, dude?
Maybe.
That's a good answer. Brother, you're calling into the show. What did you want to talk about today, Bill?
I mean, the Sabres.
Dude, the Sabres. How are they doing? Fill us in. Because I know a lot of the people here don't watch hockey, so fill us in on how the Sabres are doing.
Okay, the Sabres are technically tied in points with Carolina. So, Carolina, if we win against San Jose and Carolina loses, we're number 1 in the NHL.
In the NHL?
In the East, I meant.
In the Eastern Conference. Yeah, Buffalo is top of the table right now. Dog, it's an unbelievable season. It's your first time making the playoffs in what, 10 years?
14.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh, 14. This would be an awesome story for the city of Buffalo and for the people there. Could you imagine a situation where the Sabres get to the Stanley Cup before the Bills get to the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be nuts. The East, yeah, Grady is absolutely right. The East is an absolute dogfight right now. I think the winner will come out of the West because of how good Colorado and Dallas are, and shout out to Minnesota as well. But the Eastern Conference is an absolute dogfight. Everyone is knotted up. Everyone seems close. There are very, very few teams that are out of it. It's pretty much, Buffalo and Carolina up at the top. And you said you guys play this week?
I don't know if we play. We play the Sabres play, but
the Sabres play.
I don't know if we play Carolina this season, but I can check.
No, and of course, Dallas and Colorado are playing tonight, and what is like a game of the year type game over there. Bill, how long have you been into hockey?
Couple months.
Couple months? You just recently got into it?
Yeah.
Do you love it or what?
Yes, I do.
Bill, we just had someone chat from YouTube. They had a question. They said, the Bills' best chance to win the Super Bowl was last year, but it was also with their worst team that they've had with Josh Allen. How do you feel about that?
I think that's true because our technical best chance was last year, but because Lamar, Burrow, and Mahomes were out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But if that was our closest year to win the Super Bowl, now that we have DJ Moore, wouldn't that make us even closer?
Sure. I think the idea though is if Joe Burrow stays healthy, the Bengals should potentially be a playoff team. If Pat Mahomes plays a good season and that offense gets right, the Chiefs should be a playoff team. So there's two teams that probably should be playoff teams. What up, Swaggy? What up, Phase God? And it was like last year was the year where there was no Mahomes, there was no Burrow. It was just Josh Allen, and he couldn't get it done. I think that was the thought.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go on. Let me. So Mahomes, he might not even play in Week 1. Of course,
it's true.
They're projecting him to go Week 1, but in my opinion, I don't think he's going to come back till at least Week 5.
Oh, you have him. You have him. Is that breaking news?
No, that's what I think.
Can you give us an official report and say breaking news? Mahomes won't play until Week 5.
I'm taking that. I don't think he'll play till at least Week 5.
Breaking news.
Thank you, Bill, for the breaking news of the day. So you got him not playing till Week 5. Pretty wild stuff then in the NFL if he's not playing till Week 5. Does that division, do the Chargers have a chance to beat the Broncos? Because the Broncos just got Jalen Waddle, and they look like a formidable foe.
I think the Chargers have a great chance to beat out the Chargers. The Chargers beat out the Broncos. Yes, they just got Jalen Waddle, but also we don't know if their year was just a fluke year and they're just good this year, because that's what kind of happened with, I can't remember a team, but like a team a couple of years ago, like the Bengals.
Yeah. Sure. Like the Bengals getting to the Super Bowl and they haven't been back since. Not even really close. Bill, are you a baseball fan at all? Did you watch Team USA and Team Venezuela yesterday?
I do not watch it, but I heard that they lost.
Yeah. Did you do anything for St. Patty's Day? Did you have any like green eggs and ham or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. You had green eggs and ham?
Yep.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing. Bill, that's so awesome. Did you don't drink, obviously.
Breaking
Did you
news.
I'm pressing random buttons. I'm sorry, Bill. And did you do anything else for St. Patrick's Day? Did your family go out? Did your family have some beers? What was up?
No, not really. We just kind of stayed at home.
In honor of St. Patty's Day, did you have a green monster instead of a white monster? Because I know you're a big monster head, and I know you usually like the white one. Did you go green for St. Patty's?
I did not have a monster today or yesterday.
Oh my gosh, Bill, what are we gonna do?
I don't know.
So,
but don't worry, I will send in the clip on Friday of me chugging a white one.
Thank you. Bill, there is a chance that this show might get sponsored by Red Bull in the next couple of months here. If that is the case and I start sending you cases of Red Bull, will you start becoming a Red Bull guy?
I don't think I can do it. I've been having monsters for years. I don't think I can do it.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Bill, it's totally fine. I appreciate your honesty. Brother, we're going to keep the show rolling. Was there anything you wanted to say on your way out?
Hopefully the Bills can be good next year, which I do think they will, because we got a new receiver, and the draft is coming up, and I'm still on the road of the Sabres winning the Stanley Cup.
I love it, Bill. We'll be following along every step of the way of the Sabres' journey to the Cup and covering all of the NFL news as it drops. Brother, we love you so much on the show. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Talk to you soon.
Peace. That's Buffalo Bill, guys. I mean, bro's been crushing. Quentin, he was like, Bill is like, oh, I've been drinking Monster for years. I'm not even. I think Bill is 14 years old. So for him, I don't think he's been drinking Monster since he was like 11 or something like that. 11. We're getting another caller right now. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's your name and where are you calling from, brother?
My name is Andrew, and I am from Westchester.
Another Andrew calling into the show, huh?
Oh, I've heard of the history of that kid. Trust me, I'm not him.
Okay. I'm getting worked right now. I have a group of 14-year-old boys who are trying to terrorize my show. I've got a group of 14-year-olds trying to terrorize my show right now. I blocked him. And there's also an unknown a blocked number calling in. The only blocked number that calls into the show that I answer is Oreo the freaking cat. Meow. Me freaking out, Oreo. Me freaking out. What up, FaZe God? How are you? Swaggy is jumping in here. They got revenge for Maduro. Brother, that's one of my favorite things from last night. Was I understand we wanted Team USA to win, right? Everyone that I know that loves America, all the people I know, wanted Team USA to win. It meant a lot more for Venezuela, I felt last night. That World Baseball Classic title game. We overthrew their country, basically. Like, not too long ago. The least we could do is let them beat us in the World Baseball Classic. Saying let us really diminishes what they did. Anyone calling in from a 516 number, I'm not answering. Or a 629. None of you. You're not getting answered. Oh, no, I'll answer this one. It's my guy, Bryson. We still have all their oil. Yes, we do, JD. Very, very good observation. Bryson, my guy, what is up? How are you doing, bro? Remind the people what your name is and where you are calling in from.
Bryson, today I'm calling in from Nashville.
You're out of Memphis. You're 4 hours west.
I am in Nashville today. I'm here for a business trip with my family and
nice. You're on that family business.
We're going to go not in Nashville, obviously, because they're not playing in Nashville, but we're going to go to the Vanderbilt Commodores game tomorrow against McNeese in the NCAA tournament.
That's going to be awesome. I actually legit have Vanderbilt like going decently far. And Kellen Stapleton is jumping in the YouTube chat. What up, dog? Say what up to my boy Quentin in there. He's asking about my Final Four. And my Final Four, pretty simply, is relatively chalk. It's Duke, Houston, with Houston advancing, and then Michigan beating Arizona on the other side, and ultimately Houston winning. Have you filled out a bracket yet, Bryson?
Yeah.
Of course, dude. And you're going to a Vanderbilt game. How far do you have Vanderbilt going?
Elite Eight.
I actually do as well. That's absolutely crazy. I have Vanderbilt beating McNeese and then Nebraska and then upsetting Florida. So that game against McNeese, where is the game, dude?
The game against McNeese State is, I believe, I forgot actually.
But you're going to the game, brother.
I know.
I'll find Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I knew it was. Okay. I didn't know where it was going to be yet. All I knew is I was going. My dad never told me where we were going.
So you're flying from Nashville to OKC tomorrow?
Yes. Actually, tonight.
I almost when I don't know why. It's nothing that you said. I just burped and almost threw up a little bit. Isn't that the worst thing in the world? Isn't it so annoying? One time I was on a date with a girl, and the date was going really well. And then this was back when I was drinking, so I had like a couple drinks in me, and like I burped like into my closed fist, and like I threw up a little bit, and she could definitely see my cheeks puff out with throw up. And then I just had to like and my eyes were all watery, you know what I mean? And I coughed a little bit, and I just had to battle through it and pretend like nothing happened. But she absolutely knew I threw up in my mouth. It was horrible.
I see somebody saying Michigan State to the Final Four in the chat. I don't agree with that. I mean, now if Michigan State was healthy, like completely healthy, I would say I would go as far as say, yeah, Final Four. But with them being hurt, I have them going Sweet 16, maybe the round of 32. I don't have them going very far. I mean,
Bryson.
Injuries.
Bryson, and Grady, I'm so sorry. I have Michigan State losing to North Dakota State in the very first round. That's my big upset of the tournament.
Oh, I do too. But I'm saying if they don't, they're going to get out round of 32.
Yeah, I mean, they'd be playing Louisville next, and I really like the Louisville squad. The Louisville is one of those teams that could actually win the Natty. Give off like historical stats and historical winners and stuff like that. Listen, Michigan State's a great team. They're very well coached. Tom Izzo is an awesome dude. He's a great coach, great team, great skills. I just kind of like North Dakota State in this spot, and then if they do end up beating North Dakota State, I do like Louisville in the next round. That's where I'm at currently, Bryson.
I mean, now Vanderbilt is one of the, I think, the biggest underdog, if not one of the biggest underdogs in the
sure.
in the tournament this year.
And by underdog, do you mean like Cinderella potential?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I honestly, if I see a lot of people having McNeese beat Vanderbilt, I just don't see that happening. I mean, Vanderbilt, we get out rebounded because we're small, but you got to remember, everybody in the league averages more offensive rebounds than us because we barely miss.
Mm-hmm.
We when we're coming to shooting, we barely miss. That's why we have such low offensive rebounding.
Yeah.
And we also play really high tempo, but we can lower the tempo if we need to. If we're running too fast, we can lower the tempo.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got a big in the center, we'll just shoot threes all around the field all day long. You start playing up, we'll just go deep and we'll just go into the paint. I mean, honestly, you can't really read us. It's really hard to read us on
straight up
on offense.
Straight up. Quentin, I also have UCLA beating Connecticut in the round of 32. Swaggy and Oreo the Cat both have Arizona winning because they have the Bryce James on the team, and he's got mad LeBron James aura. How do we feel about picking a team just because they have LeBron's son on it?
I feel like I just lost IQ cells from that sentence. But first of all, he doesn't even play, so I don't know why they would say that. And second of all, honestly, they ain't getting past Florida, Duke, Arizona, or Louisville.
100%. Bryson, before you go, dog, what are you doing in Nashville?
I'm here with a business trip. My dad is a retail agent. He's a salesperson, so he's selling a house out here in Nashville.
Nice.
So we came down here. I just wanted to get out of Memphis, Didn't go to school today, so
there you go.
I might as well get out of Memphis, go with my dad, go somewhere, get some father-son time.
Absolutely. Bryson, you sound like a really, really good dude. I'm so glad that you're part of the show, bro. Thank you for calling in. And hopefully you can call us on Friday and tell us how the game went.
Yes, and also, if you do get that sponsorship from Red Bull, I'll take a case of Red Bulls.
It's coming your way, Bryson. That and a bed jet for all the homies. Brother, we'll talk to you again soon, all right?
All right.
All right, peace. My guy Bryson getting a bed jet and getting a case of Red Bull. How about it? Oops. Quentin, I don't know if you've been a part of the show before, but dog, everything that you say, I agree with. And I'm not just saying that to keep you around, but I absolutely agree with you. I never finished my top 10. I can go over my bracket in a little bit. If you guys want to do bracket talk, we can do bracket talk, but I'm going to just roll with my top 10 NBA style as we keep going. I talked about the Spurs. I talked about the Thunder. The next two teams are teams from the East. Does that mean I think that the West is better than the East? This year, I'm kind of split, bro. I'm kind of split East and West. We got to watch the BedJet ad later. I'm 100%. Do you still have people using your Xbox account? XD, no, that's all me, dog. I'm the only one who uses it now. That's all me. I just don't play with anybody. I move in silence. I move in silence on Xbox. Hey, the 631 number, we'll call you back in just a little bit. Pistons are frauds. Pistons are very, very, very fraudulent in my head, but they're still good enough for me to be a top 5 team. The best team in the East right now is the Celtics. The Celtics are not even like fully formed yet. They're the only team in the East that's top 5 in offensive rating and defensive rating. My worry, this team is 3-8 against top 10 teams in the league since December. I know they weren't playing a full roster, but they lost to the Spurs and Thunder last week, making me think that they might not be competitive against the teams out west. Ultimately, they're the only team in the East that's in the top 5 of both offense and defense, like I already said. It does worry me that they're 3-8 against top 10 teams in the league, though, since December. Those are the teams you're going to be facing. Against playoff teams, I want to see skills. I want to see wins. I want to see ballers. As a Cavs fan, East is very up in the air. People think that Pistons are clear, but I don't see it. I don't see any team as clear from the East. Dog, I'm not even counting out Philadelphia yet. I'm sorry. I'm not even counting out Philly yet. If Embiid gets healthy, it's always if with this team, but if Embiid gets healthy, if Maxey is fully healthy, if VJ Edgecombe plays like he did at the beginning of the season, that's the best big 3 in the East. Embiid and Maxey is the best duo in the league, outside of Jamal Murray and Jokic, in my opinion, and now Luka and himself. Luka can just play with 4 guys. Give Luka any 4 guys in the league, and he might win. He might win all the basketball games. Tatum and Brown this year, I don't know about this year. I need to see Tatum get a little bit more warmed up, in my opinion. Embiid's a legit MVP when he's fully healthy. And Tyrese Maxey was pretty much the best player in basketball this year as just a scorer. He was the most, he played the most games. He played the most minutes. He had the highest MPG. He didn't miss any games. He was there. Obviously, I don't think he's the best scorer in the league. That's craziness. But ultimately, I do think since he played as much as he did, I'm a big fan of Tyrese Maxey. Craig Porter Jr. and Thomas Bryant, how could I forget? What about Keontae George and Jaren Jackson Jr.? That is the best duo in the league, maybe. Or Zach LaVine and Russell Westbrook. At 4, I have the Pistons. Their offense stinks if Cade Cunningham doesn't go off. It stinks. I think Cade will have to average 35 points per game if they want to actually make a run in the playoffs. That's what I think right now. Guys, I just wanted to, I don't know why. I've had more unique chatters in the past 45 minutes to open this show, whether it's Swaggy, Quentin, Graydon, XD, FaZe God is in here, Grady is in here, Ori the Cat is in here, Swaggy is in here. We've had Big Stick in here, we've had JD in here, we've had FaZe God in here. Brother, I'm just, thank you guys. Thank you so much. This means so much to me. So much. This is a huge show so far. This is an awesome show for me so far. Big Stick is here. Yes, sir, Big Stick. 5711. 517. Ultimately, the Pistons, I think Cade will have to average 35 points a game. Could he? Sure. But this team will never die. This team is so physical. Their defense is so good. It's the most physical in the nation, or physical in the league. We say nation for football. I mean for college, not for pros. For pros, we say league. For college, we say in the nation. Why? They surprisingly do play with decent pace. So if they're hitting you with pace, if Cade is scoring, and they're playing that physical on defense, they're going to be a nightmare in a 7-game series. The reason I still have the Pistons up there, especially in the East, man, that team in a 7-game series is not going to be fun to play against. Not going to be fun to play against. What about 34 points per game? Because the league just isn't the nation. Oreo, I mean, just... If something ever had to be pinned in this thing, it's that right there, pinned up. Remember, if you guys have the funniest chat, I pin it at the top. So we're competing this today and every day. At number 5, come on, the Los Angeles Lakers, dude. That's my team. That's my squad. Luka's the best player in basketball right now. It's not particularly close. The defense is still suspect. Overall, the defense is still suspect, but in the last 5 games, they're only giving up 110 points per game, and 4 of those 5 are against some of the best offenses in the league. 110 points per game, if that was their defensive rating, that would be number 1. That'd be number 2 in all of the NBA. Be number 2 in all of the NBA, if they hang on to that. Post-breakup Luka is crazy. It's true. It's true. JJ Redick's, Luka's the best player in basketball right now. And it's coming off of, a really intense breakup with his fiance and being separated potentially from his 2 daughters. It's crazy right now that he's going on the run that he is. Shout out to Luka Doncic. You know what? Also, shout out to us. Why? Because we get to watch Luka Doncic play basketball. And nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
JJ Redick seems to have figured out the rotations, and the team's in a really good spot right now. No way. We just got a follow on Twitch from TTT Minty. Oh! Thank you, brother. Zach, you want to hear something crazy? Yeah, Grady, call in, dog. He's got to work to pay the child support. Come on, Oreo. You're already at the top, dog. His divorce cashed my lay. So Quentin. We don't usually do that kind of gambling stuff around here, but brother, OMG, if I'm not chomping out the bit to place some wagers for March Madness. But yeah, just take Luka over every single night, basically, it seems like. And assists. Because the team is shooting well. The biggest thing to look out for is the non-Luka minutes with this team. Marcus Smart has to be out there because he's been the defensive heart and soul of this team. He's been awesome defensively. It's really important to have him on the floor when Luka is off the floor. So JJ Redick's been managing these rotations really well, and it seems like Jared Vanderbilt is just not going to play for this team. It just seems like Vando's not going to play because in the current rotations, he doesn't play, Connect doesn't play, obviously Bronny doesn't play, Time gets more run. Max Kleber gets more run than those guys potentially. So I like where the rotations are at right now. The one that scares me the most is to start the fourth quarter with Luka on the bench, because he plays the entire first, and then he pretty much plays the entire third quarter as well. And then they have him on the bench for the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. That's where things can go really wrong really, really fast. And like we saw against Denver, he comes in without momentum. The team doesn't have the momentum that he comes in without the momentum that the team had going. Denver took the lead in that game on Saturday. They should trade Connect, absolutely. Laravia's been good, yeah. First bat. Oh, dude. Someone's in the bath? Grady, you're in the bath? Dog, I'm all about bathing. I said it at the top of the year. 2026 is the year of the bath. I think XD or Unruly can confirm that. At 6, I know, me too. Oreo, when they drafted him, I freaked out because I was with my buddy Jack, who is the producer of a podcast that I worked on, and he is a big Philly sports guy, and so Jared McCain got drafted right before Dalton Connect, and I was like, you drafted the gay guy, we got Dalton Connect, and joke's on me because the gay guy absolutely can hoop. Sorry for that call that I missed. Call back again in about 10 minutes. Call in about 10 minutes. Yeah, we're getting a Dove sponsorship. At 6, I have the Cavs. Listen, this team is so streaky. Harden comes over and makes this team look like the best team in the East, and then they rattle off a 5-5 stretch with losses to the Bucks and Mavericks in the last 10 games. I know this team has 4 dudes that can absolutely go out and get a bucket whenever they want. Max Strus played in his first game all season. So now they're going to be at full strength when Mobley gets back in. But when you have Mobley, Harden, Allen, and Spida, they've only played 3 games together. So I'm not rushing to say this Cavs team is done. I'm not. I had them at 6 because ultimately they haven't been great. Connect was so fun to watch that March. 2 Marches ago. That was so awesome. The Cavs are going to be a good team, dude. Listen, they're 5th in offensive rating. They're middle of the pack with defense. They run at a good pace. This is a very good basketball team. They're 42-27 for a reason. They have gone through it the past 10 games. It hasn't been pretty. I give you that. It has not been pretty. This is also the team that without Spida, without Harden on the floor, they almost beat the Pistons, who are at full strength. I'm not counting this team out, and that arena is not an easy place to play, especially in the playoffs. The Knicks at 7. And now this is where people are going to be freaking out on me all day. Also, you're very injury prone. Jalen Tyson also is the most underrated player in the NBA right now. I'll take your word for that one. I'll take your word for that. Most underrated player in the NBA for me is Wendell Carter Jr. He's like a top 2 big in the league right now this season. He's awesome. And he's not a big like Jokic where they pass and they shoot threes. He's just a big. You know what I mean? He gets rebounds. He blocks shots. He boxes people out. He just plays the position the right way. I like Wendell Carter Jr. a lot. I think he should be on the Lakers like really, really, really bad. Oreo the Cat went with a Spurs player for the most underrated. Wow. Oreo, name one non-Spurs player that's good at basketball. Try your hardest. He can't. Only thing that worries me every year is get to the second round and we lose half our team to dumb injuries. Yeah. Quentin, that's why you pray. Trust in the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul. I know they're losing, but I still think Denver over Knicks. Yeah, Denver's just been really bad recently. Their defense stinks. They have Jokic who could do anything, but Jamal Murray has been pretty streaky this season. Hasn't showed up in clutch games, and he's the dude that they need to show up in those clutch games. He's the one who hits the shots when it matters most, usually. They're 17-18 in clutch games this year, and they're the 29th ranked clutch defense. Clutch games are 5-point games with 5 minutes left. So in close games, they stink. They blow big leads. They squander small ones. Some nights they look like the best team in the world and end up losing. Other nights they look absolutely terrible the entire way through. They have a ton of inconsistencies. AG hasn't showed up since getting back from injury. Jamal Murray hasn't really been there all year. The role players haven't been playing. How often have you heard Bruce Brown's name called? Or Christian Brown? These guys just aren't playing a good brand of basketball right now, so I have them low at 8, but they ultimately have a better chance for me at winning the finals than the Knicks or the Cavs do. That's just how it works. And then 9 and 10, I got Houston and Minnesota. I can go over those in just a moment. I love KD in this team. I love Ant Edwards, but these teams are the same thing. It can't just be those guys because the team as a whole is just not very good. They're just not very good. It's tough for these teams to have a consistent score outside of those two guys. And for me, that is the reason I have them at 9 and 10. That, my friends, concludes the power